Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. I'm Cody.
And I'm Matter.
And in the last episode we did something, but I don't remember because I was busy arguing about something.
Okay, so let's recap. We have traveled into the ship, and there are things dropping down on us. They are rats, and they are dead. And what we're doing is that we are searching for the sacred flame of Nairu.
So, Hombre, Majora's Mask, best Zelda game or greatest Zelda game?
I would say no.
That's not one of the two options available on this quiz.
Oh, it's a quiz. so it's not an opinion thing. There is one right answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there's two actually. Both of them are correct.
Oh.
It's a quiz that everyone can win, unless they cheat like you. Oh, what's that?
It's a door symbol. They're all door symbols. I think this one, another one of these slash in the right order.
Yeah.
To unlock the doors. But yeah, I'm not sure which order they want us to hit them.
So yeah, in my valiant quest to cause comment fights in every one of our videos, I created a quiz. So I hope everyone enjoys it.
Yeah. No, Majora's Mask is a good game, but it's not the best. It's either this or Ocarina of Time. And let me tell you why. It depends a lot on your preferences. Because Skyward Sword has awesome character development, controls. I think motion controls are definitely right for Zelda. I don't want to go back to button mashing. And also difficulty, I think it just, it's not as easy as the other 3D Zelda games.
And the difficulty is based on skill, like it's something you can get better at, as opposed to difficulty in other games that's often based on controls that are hard to master. Oh, well, in a different way, like this has controls that are hard to master, but I mean in terms of bad controls, like controls where you try and press down and do something and it only does one of them and then you're fiddling with it and trying to get it to work, you know?
So down, up, left, right?
It's not artificial difficulty like some of the others, it's actually difficulty based on you learning how to play. So I love that bit about Skyward Sword.
Yeah. The thing that Ocarina of Time has though, I would say Ocarina of Time has a better story. And a more, so to speak, like living, breathing world. We talked about the lack of interest we have in the races of Skyward Sword. But in Ocarina of Time, you really felt like you were walking around in a living world with Gorons and Soras, and all these races were really interesting, and it all melded really well together.
But in terms of that, then yeah, the best in terms of having a world that you can imagine yourself in with interesting characters and things would be Majora's Mask. It has more character development than Ocarina of Time.
Yes, it does. But hold on, I'm actually figuring this out now. So this is the second one. So it is actually down, up, right, left. And not down or left, right. So, okay. Down, up, right. Okay. The thing.
It didn't work.
What? Okay, let's figure this out. So this is the first one because it only has one red handle. So it's obviously down.
How can you tell which way's down when it can all be depending which direction you're facing?
No, because the red thing is up. So, down, up. Oh, it's down again. Down, up, down, right. Oh, I get you. So, down, up, down, right. Oh, I think I have to. Down, up, down. There we go. So, Majora's Mask. It does a lot of things well. It has a lot of interesting characters. A lot of beautiful side quests. I'm not as impressed by its story. Moonfalling is a cool idea. There's a lot of doing things over and over again, like going back and just using, doing things over and over again. Like, so for example, if you want to remove the snow from
right.
the snowhead, you need to do that again, and just the. Why did I exit this? Oh, what?
I don't know.
I was so caught up in this game. What did I even get? Did I get a dungeon map? No, I got a key. Okay. So
we need someone here to play the game while we talk, so we can figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
You're saying doing things over again.
Yeah. So I mean, but it depends. If you're more of an RPG person, I think, and you enjoy side questing and walking around and helping people and doing that kind of stuff, Majora's Mask is definitely the game for you.
Right.
But yeah, I think that Majora's Mask, especially compared to Ocarina of Time, has such. Ocarina of Time has such a good story and a good focus on the story, and it feels like really big and epic. And Majora's Mask doesn't quite have that.
I disagree actually. Like, I think Majora's Mask has a really cool story. Because the story
is dark and edgy. I'm just kidding.
The story isn't the moon falling.
Right.
I mean, that's the context.
Yeah,
that's the world.
That's the setting, essentially.
The story is about loneliness and friendship and Skull Kids and the giants and the fairies. Like, there's this whole character-based story based around people learning things and people having emotions, and like, it's a different kind of story. It's not epic. It's not about saving the world, but it doesn't have to be. Like, stories don't work like that. Like, you can have stories in which the final climax is that you finally buy a sandwich, and that can be an amazingly told story. Like, it's not about how big the story is. Like, it's sort of about how much it affects you, I guess.
Yes. And I think for me it's that did not make it as memorable as Ocarina of Time. Let's see here. I'm gonna draw something. What do you want to draw? You want to draw Majora's Mask? Then it's gonna become a heart.
Let's just draw a circle that got us lots last time.
Okay. No, I want to draw a square.
Okay. It's more of a rectangle, honestly, but...
Fair enough.
Whoa!
Rupees. Awesome.
I think it just reacts to shapes. Like, it's like, good job, you can draw shapes. You know. There you go. Here's some money.
Yeah.
By the way, we can also get that new shield now, because apparently we just got a lot of money here.
Sweet. So, let's see. I think there's a locked door on the other side of the ship.
Yeah, I think the...
It's right here.
I think Ocarina of Time, I think it's offered more in terms of new stuff that will bowl you over if you're playing it for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it introduced the Z targeting, it introduced...
Speaking of introducing...
3D adventuring. Oh.
Here's a guy, and this is the mechanical maniac. This is an awesome mini-boss, by the way. I really like it. But again, it's like a missed opportunity to not have like it be like a Gerudo person or something.
Yeah.
Am I just like totally kicking this guy's ass?
Yep.
No. Round 2.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. I don't feel like them.
I really need to be afraid of that next time, wouldn't I? He isn't very good at blocking. Okay, you stab me twice. Good for you. Boom. Boom. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Yeah, there you go. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You don't have a sword.
Oh, we're gonna hook. We better push him into the crocodile that's waiting down in the sands with a ticking clock. But you are Peter Pan after all, and this is very Peter Pan. Look, it's a guy. It's a little fairy boy in green outfit fighting Captain Hook.
Yeah, no, I think that is they actually meant.
Yeah, because that's really. Sometimes people notice similarities, but that was particularly. Like.
And we also know there was actually a recent interview where someone said that Peter Pan was an inspiration for Link's visual design.
Yeah. Anyway, early discussions. I think for the kind of Zelda purists who are interested in the grand scale main adventure, I think Ocarina of Time is the epitome of that.
Yeah.
But I think for people who are interested in an immersive world full of characters who are all have their own problems, who
Unique,
have to, then I think Majora's Mask.
Yeah, and that's the charm of Majora's Mask.
Right.
Certainly. And then you can also say, I think that Majora's Mask does a lot to expand on what we saw in Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
But others might also say, oh, it was a cheap reusage of Ocarina of Time's races and stuff. But you tell you what, I'd rather have the more Gorons and stuff in Majora's Mask than having the
having
whatever.
Robot people and the what's it water creatures,
Yeah. So
that's great. Expand on data culture. Have a palace and a king, and that's cool. That's what you were saying you wanted from Elysia from a prequel.
Yes. So for sure. And I think Majora's Mask in general is a game that should be looked more on for good ideas and such. And I think we actually need to go down now.
Because I think stuff. They've Ocarina of Time was great, but they've already mined out everything good about Ocarina of Time to use for future things. For like Skyward Sword, like everything that was good about that, they looked at it and thought, well, how can we make Twilight Princess? Like that's already integrated, I guess. Like,
yes, very much.
Majora's Mask, not so much. The good things about it aren't as prevalent in the later games as the Ocarina of Time stuff.
I think they tried a bit for this game because they have a lot of people and it's easy to see which people need help in Skyward. But there's still quite a way to go, of course.
Yeah. I mean, there's cats that need rescuing and stuff, but it's not really... Like, what Majora's Mask brought was, I guess, emotion, was care about what was going on. Like, the people in the world were worried because you were watching them trying to figure out their last days and whether to stay.
Yeah, and that is one thing that I keep getting annoyed with, is that, especially in Twilight Princess, not so much here because people live on the islands and don't really know what's going on, and they're all clueless, and that has its charm too, I guess. But a big problem is that I need the box for that. A big problem is that the people, especially in Twilight Princess, they don't really seem to care that the castle is like sealed off and that all the shadow things. Like once you get rid of the Twilight Zone, people are like, oh dude, whatever, back to normal.
Right, and in this game too, the people that you can talk to are entirely disconnected from the game.
Right.
So I think that's like the side quest. The reason side quests were so great in Majora's Mask was because they did tie into the overall thing. Like you were helping the people during these last days of this earth, with important things, and you helped a couple get married who were couldn't even find each other, and all this, and they cared because they could see the world was empty.
Right.
Here, you go up and someone's like, I lost my cat!
Yeah,
Where's my cat again?
Yeah.
I think a demon stole it. Like, meanwhile, like Zelda's kidnapped or whatever, or not kidnapped, or whatever she decides to do, and like Girahim's running about, and things are changing down below, but nothing matters
this needs to be activated.
anyone you talk to in the game. It's all entirely disconnected.
And like I said, that's one thing I think in particular that the developers should take from Majora's Mask.
Well, more exciting discussions in the next exciting episode of Skyward Sword.
Yeah, I was gonna say we haven't even commented on the bow. We should do that. We should figure out what I'm lost.
We got a bow?